Hello, card floppers. Welcome to One Pack Friends, where we open one pack of trading cards. And since I am on morning shift for the next 2 days, we're just going to do an easy pack today. Nothing easier than DC Cosmic cards. Bonus holofoils, holograms randomly inserted. I don't know how randomly, I haven't got one yet. Anyway, 12 cards per pack. Heroes, villains, bananas, all sorts of fun stuff. So, we're just gonna go ahead and get into it. Buy a card that's sideways. Armageddon 2001. Very, well, let's be honest, a very stupid crossover. Because it was supposed to be someone else, but like, I can't remember who it was supposed to be originally, but like, it was leaked that this character was going to be the main villain, so they turned around and made it Hawk, and everyone was pissed. The Monarch. Though most of the Monarch subjects are unhappy living under this potentate's iron rule, they have learned to quietly accept their fate. Only one man, Matthew Ryder, has the courage to try to alter Earth's destiny. His scheme is madness. Madness! In an audacious attempt to change history, Ryder volunteers for a perilous time travel experiment that will hurl him back into the year 1991. Yeah, this came out in 92, so. Lying to Monarch, Ryder swears to preserve a series of historical events that originally led to Monarch's sovereignty, but his actual agenda is to somehow locate and exterminate the hero who will become Monarch. Yeah, like I said, didn't go over well. We got the Golden Age Cheetah, a villain, one of Wonder Woman's longtime villain. She was in the 1984 Wonder Woman 84 movie. Wealthy debutante Priscilla Rich. Well, with a name like Rich, was a kind and gentle soul, but deep underneath her little rich girl persona roiled the feline fury of the Cheetah, a treacherous, relentless split personality whose only goal was to put Wonder Woman out of action. Permanently. And you thought Catwoman had all the puns. With the help of Amazon scientists, Wonder Woman eventually cured Priscilla and her Jekyll and Hyde curse, but not without fight. Oh no. I got Chemo. Actually, I think he's kind of cool looking. The toxic tyrant called Chemo was originally no more than a giant receptacle for waste chemicals, until the day a freak reaction of the mixture churning inside him gave him a primitive but sinister life of his own. Comic books. Suddenly, Chemo sprang into action, exterminating humans far and wide with his deadly chemical showers until the Metal Men ended his reign of terror. Nightshade. The hero. Distance means nothing to his extra-dimensional, try that again, princess. For her is the ability to warp space by entering the otherworldly realm called the Nightshade dimension. As an espionage agent for the Suicide Squad, yes, Suicide Squad was around for a while, Nightshade used her transportation powers and her ability to become a living shadow to vanquish conning crooks and sinister saboteurs. By what name was Nightshade's brother, Larry, better known? Larry! The Incubus. Ugh. Villains from Beyond, Sinestro. I always thought that was interesting. Former Green Lantern becomes evil. Absolute power corrupts absolutely, as proven by Sinestro, a former Green Lantern reviled by his own people who were oppressed for years under his roguish reign. I usually associate roguish with like a good thing, like devilishly roguish, like Gambit would be roguish. Apparently it's not a good thing. Banished from the Green Lantern Corps, Sinestro soon forged an unholy alliance between his own special brand of evil and the wicked workings of the antimatter warriors of Quard, who armed him with the only weapon guaranteed to slay the Green Lanterns, power ring crackling with yellow energy. Brainiac, during his swashbuckling days. Even Superman himself fears the cool, cruel Brainiac, an alien genius whose malevolent mind swarmed the galaxies before settling into the consciousness of an innocent Earthman. Ah, ooh. I always thought he was just a robot. Slowly, the Brainiac imbued his new form with great power, transforming it into a reflection of his own sinister green-skinned body. Brainiac's telepathic and psychokinetic abilities are calculated to achieve maximum mayhem. And he also claims to be an 11th level intellect. Claims the 11th level and says that it can go up to 12. So it's like, you say you're the smartest, you made a scale to say you're the smartest, but even then you're not the smartest. You gave yourself a runner-up. It's funny, Guy Gardner pointed that out. It's fucking hilarious. Vixen. She had an animated series about a couple years ago. The glitz and glamour surrounding fabulous fashion model Mari McCabe serves to conceal her second secret career as a savage siren called Vixen. Using the amazing African amulet, the Tanto Totem, she can mimic the powers of any jungle animal for as long as she wishes, provided she is careful not to allow sheer animal savagery to overwhelm her. You don't want that to happen. Got a great battle, Legends, where they fought robot dogs. Speaking of Guy Gardner. Legends 1 through 6, November 86 to April 87. The dark seed of suspicion begins to flower within the hearts of men and women the world over as Darkseid's Operation Humiliation continues to blossom. One of Darkseid's most loyal lieutenants, Glorious Godfrey, uses his power over men's minds to infiltrate the media and create a fevered anti-hero campaign that sweeps through America like wildfire. Whenever you don't really hear about this. Across the country, superheroes are suddenly persecuted and attacked by the common man, those whom they are sworn to protect, while, in New York, of all places, what little remaining faith the public has in its superpowered champions is crushed when Brimstone defeats the Justice League of America with ridiculous ease. The end result, bowing to the will of the people, the President of the United States passes a law that immediately brands all superheroes as outlaws. I gotta look into that. I am actually kind of curious about that one. We got Parasite. I wasn't really introduced to him until the Superman cartoon. So, but he's kind of cool. Rudy Jones was a loser, a pathetic wretch who made his way through life by leeching off his friends. There you go. The toxic waste that made him. When they called him a parasite, they didn't know half of it, for when Jones was irradiated by the pulsating power of radioactive toxic waste, there's a lot of that going around in comics. He was transformed into a hideous, scarred creature who lives only by stealing the life force of the innocent. What's more, the parasite can absorb the powers of any superheroes he encounters, making him virtually unstoppable. So he's kind of like Absorbing Man in the Marvel Universe, but mix him with the Adaptoid, who actually, can copy powers. Modern age Lex Luthor. I remember this picture. My cousin had a complete set of this. And I remember this picture of Lex being, Lex. So we all know about Lex, but let's find out about him in 1992. The most metropolitans, Lex Luthor is a beloved billionaire philanthropist. Bullshit! But Superman knows better. Beneath Luthor's businessman facade lurks a master criminal whose empire, LexCorp, maintains a illegitimate interest worldwide. Luthor hates Superman for stealing his position as the most powerful man in Metropolis, and has dedicated his life to finding some way to turn the man of tomorrow into yesterday's news. So, which is funny because a year or so later after this, technically Lex died, and he had a clone who had like wavy red hair. It was fucking hilarious. But he had a clone. He cloned himself, but the clone claimed to be his son from Australia. So you got Lex Luthor running around talking like this. Oh, what? Unfortunately, since it was comic books in the 90s, he couldn't call Superman a royal cunt. So, anyway, Raven during her white phase. Raven's snow white cape cloaks the evils that once lurked within her soul, a persistent darkness that was a gift from her father, the demon Trigon. With the help of her friends, the New Titans, Raven cleansed this horror from her soul and is now free, and is today free to use her powerful empathic powers to cure others of their ills. In moments of need, she can also project her soul self, an energy form that warps space and can subject her foes to their direst fears. That's our heroes, folks. Despero. I don't know about this. I don't remember this guy. Countless millions perished under the ruthless regime of Despero, the Conqueror, who enslaved the noble people of the planet Kalanor. I think that's the bottled city that Superman has. Despite his terrible telekinetic powers, Despero was finally overthrown by the Justice League of America. As you do. Years later, Despero began a ferocious frenzy of vengeful attacks against the League. Each time he has journeyed to Earth, GLA has defeated him, but just barely. Alright, what would be my MVP for this one? Well, thanks to the Teen Titans cartoons, Raven is very much in the zeitgeist still. Well, most of those characters are well known, but I'm going to give it to everyone's favorite goth girl. She wasn't goth at the time, obviously. Well, pastel goth. Yeah, that's a thing. I mean, Marilyn Monster, I'm going to say Marilyn Monster was a pastel goth. So, Raven, pastel goth. In any case, that is Cosmic Battles? Cosmic Cards? Cosmic Cards. There we go, yeah. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a frenzy-tastic day. Go read some comics.